Okay, so I think that you all know already that I am super pleased the way my consultation office is coming out thus far, and with these projects that I have been doing, I am super happy. However, I have another project for you today. Today we are going to be literally refinishing this table. Okay, and so I needed to match the sofa and all the other elements that are here in this room, and it just doesn't. However, I gotta tell you the story behind this table. This table came from a store that is no longer in business. It went out of business, I believe, about 10 years or so ago. It was called the Room Store. And this table was originally marked for $500. Okay, it was $499.99 price. This table is extremely heavy. When I tell you extremely heavy, this is not a table that you can move by yourself. You can push it, but you cannot lift and put this on a truck or anything like that. It is extremely heavy. I got this table when they were going out of business. Okay, they had it marked down to $50. However, one of the drawers refused to open, which would be this drawer down here. It never worked, and the salesperson at the time could not open it, and I ended up getting this table for $20. Yes, I said $20. And so I have not parted with it. In this move, I took this table with me. However, I knew that I was going to have to do something to it. So join in and watch the transformation of this table. Okay, so I began to sand it down, and what I have discovered was the original color. I totally forgot that this tabletop did have a lighter tone. Over the years, this tabletop had been stained, and the table itself had been painted quite a few times too. At one point, I was into this walnut thing, and then another time I was into this cherry wood thing, and then another time I was trying to make it an espresso color, which I think that was the last remaining color. But overall, I totally forgot that it had this lighter wood tone. So I'm going to complete sanding the whole tabletop down, and then I'm going to see if I can actually work with what is actually here, if I could just clean it up and if it will look good, or if it needs some kind of distressing, or if it just needs restaining altogether. So I'll meet you back here with the full tabletop sanded down. Okay, so I have finished sanding down the tabletop, and I gotta tell you that I really like it. It looks very worn. It looks very beat up. I did add some orange glow to it just to clean it up, the excess dust. But for the most part, it ties so perfectly in with my Shabby Chic theme. And so I'm thinking with a fresh coat of paint on the base, changing the knobs, it will be perfect for my consultation office. Okay, so I did add a thin layer of white paint to it. I just brushed it on very lightly, and then I took a wet paper towel and just blotched it in there really good, and just wiped away any excess. And I really do love this finish. This now really ties in. The brown before was good, but it was just too brown, and considering I don't have a lot of brown pieces in here outside of the picture frames and some of the distressing coming through the end tables, I really wanted to tone down the brown. And so now I'm just going to paint the base white, add some knobs, and then we'll be done. So here's the doorknob section in Hobby Lobby, and this is extremely overwhelming. Look at all the amazing styles and varieties of doorknobs. Oh my goodness. So for whatever color scheme or theme you have going on in the room, you can get something that I'm sure you will find that you will like. And the best part about it is 50% off. So this cycle runs every few weeks or so. And so this is going to be fun. Okay, so here is is the finished product of this table. I absolutely love the results. I love the way the top came out. At first, when I had distressed it down and the original wood tones was coming out, I did fall in love with it, but the wood was just a little bit too bright for me. It needed something. And so brushing it with a thin layer of paint and doing that wash distressing technique really was the way to go, and it was the best direction to go in. And then painting the base in the solid bright white was definitely the way to go. I did not distress it on purpose because there were so many other things in the room distressed that I really wanted this to be a solid anchor and just leave the top distressed. And adding those knobs that I purchased from Hobby Lobby added the finishing touch to this. And I am telling you guys, if you want to give a piece of furniture in your place, it could be in your home, it could be in your embroidery space, wherever that may be, paint and changing the knobs can give it an entirely different look, an entirely